Thank you. Look at there. Look at there. Now I'm gonna tell you something, guys. I'm in up a little creek. You can see I'm up a little creek, and haven't been up in here for a long time. That's a pretty crappie. He's about 8-9 inches, and have my little swim bait with me. That was the first cast, and I'm just kicking along, and I thought, trying to find a bass this morning, come off the main river off of Gaston and went up a little creek just a little ways. I seen this brush pile. It's just a big tree in the water right here. I have fished this for bass. First time I've been here this year. Oops, I just had another bite. It's the first time I've been here this year, and I've never fished this beaver hut. I've seen it last year. I seen some of the brush there. I have fished it for bass. I've never fished it for crappie. But today I happen to have a couple of crappie rods laying here on the boat because I'm by myself. So I bring a few odd and end things with me. And I thought we'd try it. So let's see if we can find another one. Stay tuned. It happened again, guys. I'm gonna show y'all how much line I have out. I reached down like this to wash my hands. I went like this to lift that crap off my hands. Y'all just see me release, and look what happened. I'm serious. That's all the line I had out. 18 inches of line, maybe at the most. And that little crappie grabbed my bait. I'm gonna tell you, you know what? Sometimes it's fishing. Sometimes I'm catching. I'm just like you see me right now. Y'all can see that. I went like this. Rinsed my hands off just like that right there. And I picked it up, and the crappie grabbed it. Evidently, he followed me in with that last one, and he was hanging out there in the shade thinking, I don't know what he got from that big blue thing, but I'm going to try to get me one. I'm going to try to get me one of them. But, hey, I'll take them any way I can get them. With a long cast or with 18 inches of line. With 18 inches of line. I can call that vertical jigging, right? I vertical jigged that one with 18 inches of line out. You gotta be a good fisherman to do that. Oh, that's funny. There's a baby. There's a river bass, a little short, stocky. He's just a little short, stocky thing. All right. You see what I was using there, guys? I'm just dragging the bottom with that thing. One thing about that style bait rig there, if you want to put something on the bottom, and the water's got a lot of color. It's getting a little cleaner as I come this way. I'm coming back down the river. Y'all could probably hear by the traffic where I'm at. We talked about this bridge right here. We're gonna fish this bridge. The bridge is hit and miss. Sometimes I catch something there. See the bridge? This is the guy over fishing it. I catch a couple there once in a while. But the fishing this year, guys, has just been tough. I'm gonna tell you, all the way around, it's just been a tough year. Now, see, I'm in 18. I hate this moss right here. This lake used to have very little. Now it has a lot. Everywhere you go. It used to be a couple of years ago, a little spot here and there. Now it's everywhere. If you look, you can see it. You see how dark it gets back in there? Oh, that's moss. I'm trying to throw on the edge of it because that's where it starts getting deeper. That is very shallow back through there. It's only like 1.5 feet. You can take a John boat, go back through there. There's a lily pad field back there. But you gotta be careful. Like I say, I had another bite, guys. I got him too. Live action. See, I catch one sometime on cue, on camera. He's a baby too. That's all right. You know what? It's like I said a few minutes ago. This fishing in the last couple weeks, this is today's Labor Day. That's probably why so much traffic. He is little. He's all head. That fish is all head. Maybe he's gonna be a big one day. Maybe he'll be a 10-pounder. You know, let me get him off my hands. He had disease. He was all head. I don't want to catch that. It's been a very tough last couple of weeks. I've been Chickahominy River a couple times. Let me get back in. What I'm trying to do, like I said, I'm trying to throw right where it drops. I'm in 18 feet. I can see the bottom up there. See that moss? That water's clear coming out of this creek. This main river, as you can see, is pretty dirty, but it's clear coming out of this creek. Up where I just left that beaver hut while I was catching those crappie, you can see the water was right dirty. It's getting. There's another bite, guys. That's 3 bites I've had right here. I might have found a couple small. They seem to be small fish, but I found a few fish right here. He took one of my arms off my little bug. This stone little Strike King bug, and he took my arm off of it. This, I'm using this weighted rig. I'll tell you the name of it. I'm afraid I'm gonna tell you wrong. So, I think it's called an Ica rig. It's just got a weight on the bottom of the hook. You can find them everywhere. Tackle Warehouse has got them. But it's just a different style, different weight of Texas rig. Instead of having your weight on the line like a Texas rig, your weight's on the hook. It's the only difference. So, and if weight's below your bait, so your fish really don't see it. So, first thing I thought when I seen it somewhere, I thought, who'd want to bait with the hook that close to the weight that close to your hook? But I got to get this Texpo back in there. But if you stop and think about it, you're pulling it like this, so the fish really don't see the weight. The weight's on the bottom. The weight's on the bottom. They really don't see it. But since I had a couple bites, let's give us another shot. I have fished this spot right here, guys. This is probably the 6th or 8th time this year I have stopped and fished this creek mouth, and this is the first time I've caught fish here. The reason I stop here, because that's the way it is. Every once in a while you stop here and catch a couple fish. And that's fishing. I think I just had another bite. I do. Live action. Love it when these fish know I got the camera on. They're small though. They're small, but that's okay. I hit a school of fish here that's feeding. Now, see, I done been about, this is probably the 6th place stop I've made. I know y'all can't hear me. This is probably the 6th place I've stopped today. And that's why you got to keep moving when you're bass fishing. I got this hook in a bad position. There you got it. Boat ready. Boat ready to get in my finger. Okay. We're gonna let him go. Let's see, while the camera's running and the fish are paying attention and part of the show here, let's see if I can catch another one. Again, I'm fishing a drop. I'm in 19 foot now. I'm in 19 foot. I don't know if y'all can see it. See that stump right there? That's the bottom, of course. And this creek's very shallow. And I'm fishing the drop down out of that creek. But that's why you move around, guys, and fish different spots. Sometimes you'll hit some schooling or some that are feeding. Now when I give up on this bug, I'm gonna cut the camera off because of the noise. I'll show you the bass if I catch another one. When they give up on this bug, I'm gonna switch to another bait. When I find fish like this and they quit on me, I switched to a different bait. I'm gonna go to a Texas rig worm. I've got rigged up behind me. And also I'm gonna throw something small like a slider worm with a 4-inch power worm on it or something like that. When you find fish like that, don't, I'm not gonna leave a spot now for about 15-20 minutes till I try a couple different baits. Then I'm gonna fish this bridge. All right, guys, I switched baits because they quit on me. The first cast with a slider head and a finesse worm, bam! There's another one. Again, that's why you got to try a couple different baits. He's a small one too. He's about 10 inches. And guys, this fish is not that big. Again, I use light line all the time. I'm using 6 and 8 pound test, and that, I think I get a lot of bites because of that. Come here, big boy. He ain't a big one. I'm in a school of small fish, that's for sure. Wow. I went to he bit my worm in half. I went to a bigger hook. He's about the same size. They all run about the same size. They all run on about 11 to 13 inches. Let's get another worm. I ran out of daylight that day. There was a lot of traffic on the lake. It was Labor Day weekend, but it was a tough weekend of fishing. There was a lot of traffic. A lot of people were fishing. And what I wanted to share with you, when you go out there and it's going to be tough, the water's clear, semi-clear, you got a lot of pressure, the lake's been beat, there's a couple things you can do. And one of them is go small. This is a 3-inch Keitech swim bait minnow. I got it on a 1/16 ounce head, which I bought at Walmart. It's the only place I can find them quite that small. I'm using those, and also, and you notice that most of the fish I caught, I wasn't catching monsters. I wasn't trying to catch monsters. I was trying to catch some fish. Nothing was working, and this is what I do when nothing's working. It's one of the things I do, that, and I throw a slider head. And I caught a couple on the slider head, then I lost it to a fish. I had a bite, and my line went and let me come out, it was gone. There was some gar. There was some gar fooling around. I seen them. I think the gar got me twice. He got a little swim bait too. The gar got teeth, and you know, most of the time they end up breaking you off. I'm using little lead heads like this. And this is not just your average cheap, this is a Gamakatsu. And it's got a good hook on it. It don't have a little cheap bendy hook, it's got a good hook on it. This is a 3/16. Most time I throw 1/16, 1/8, or 3/16. And I put that little swim bait on it. You've seen this swim bait. This is a Charlie Brewer little, it's called a 2 1/8 inch minnow. I use those. I use the Keitechs. Just bought a new minnow I'm going to try yesterday at Bass Pro Shop. It's made by Mega Bass. It's called a shark minnow. They look excellent. I'm going to try them today, give them a couple of tosses. But there's a lot of 3-inch swim baits on the market, and that's what I'm doing. I'm throwing 3-inch swim baits when it's tough. And I catch fish. As you've seen, I think I've caught over 15 bass that day. All of them wasn't on camera. I caught over 15. There were some small ones. There were some that were 8 and 9 inches. There was quite a few that were 10 to 13. I had something on bigger one time that broke my line. And I don't have no idea what it was. I got a notion it was a striper. But even a 5-pound bass will eat a 3-inch minnow. So I've caught some 5-pounders on these little minnows. But the average fish you catch is 10 to 14 inches. And I was just trying to catch some fish because the fishing's tough. If you're out there and the fishing's tough, if you're fishing somewhere where it's a lot of fishing pressure and you're having trouble catching fish, go to that. Now, let me tell you the second part of this trick. This is 4-pound test. This little Sierra. This is Shimano Sierra 1000. This is a 7-foot rod. It's very wimpy. The rod is made for 2 to 8 pound tests. It's a light action rod. So when you catch those 10, 11, 12 pound, yeah. When you catch those 10, 11, 12 inch fish, guys, it's a lot of fun. If you're using a great big old bait caster like I got laying here with 12, 14 pound test on it, and you're setting the hook and you're hauling them in and you're reeling them back across the surface, and I see a lot of the guys doing it, and they reel them back, the fish is hitting the surface once in a while, and then throw them up in the boat. Well, you got him in the boat, but you didn't fight the fish, you reeled him in. I mean, that's fine. And in a tournament, I used to fish tournaments, you got him in as fast as you could, and you got him in the net and you got him in the boat. I understand all that. But if you want to go out and just have fun and fight some fish, go to an ultralight 4-pound test. The other two I was throwing here, this one has 6-pound test on it. Okay, I had a swim bait on it too, and I was throwing a little, this is just a little shaky, it's a ruby head, my VMC. That's what I was throwing that, and a Charlie Breyer slider head, 1/8 ounce. And you can put a finesse worm on them, you can put a 4-inch power worm on them. You've heard me say it a lot, I got videos just about using those. If you catch that, run those down. I like to catch fish. I like to catch big fish. But there's times when I just want to catch fish because the fishing's tough. That's what I do. I go 4-pound, 6-pound test. This is a medium light Dobbins rod, Ferry. You go to a medium light, a light action rod, 4 to 6-pound test. Go to smaller baits, and you'll catch some fish. And don't be surprised when that 5-pounder grabs hold of it when you got that 4-pound test. I've caught 4-pounders. I used to fish tournaments in a clear lake here in Virginia, and I used 4-pound test and 6 a lot in the tournaments, and I done well in the tournaments. Sometimes I'd have fish, and some other guys would go like, "You got fish, man. It was a tough day. How'd you catch fish?" I go, I took my time, worked them out. I used 4- and 6-pound test. Now, I didn't throw it in treetops, no. I fished shallow bars, things like that. Deep 2's up there running. I hope he don't mess up this recording. But that's what you got to do, guys. All right, look, enjoy. Glad that you're watching Fishing Lake Country. I'm trying to do things, share things with you that will help you, maybe spark an idea that you want to try so that you can catch more fish. We'll see you next time. My name is Dennis on Fishing Lake Country.